Yeah. And for case in point, just look at Pat Murphy, our
There
friend,
you go.
right? Always keeping up with the technology and the new ways of coaching. So that's this week's Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast. New episodes of that every Monday at 9 a.m. Apple, Google, Spotify, or on YouTube, the Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast YouTube page. Our topic here today on cross functionality, episode 39. Be sure to follow us on social media at Jim Tara and at Coach_Cassie RB on Instagram, at Coach Cassie RB on Twitter. We're talking about fear of success. I've been there. I don't know about you. I've been there, unfortunately, many times, more times than I care to admit. But this topic, it's not really, in my opinion, when I was thinking about this, it's not really something to be taken too literally. I think at the core, athletes who fear that success are the ones who are demanding that perfection from themselves. And in my humble opinion, this is a critical issue for athletes who fear success. It's that trying to be perfect, and they can't match their talents with that on-field play because of their need to be perfect. And I think that for me personally, and you as well, you've been around enough successful, high-end type athletes that you're able to grasp that these athletes have this insatiable need not to be perfect, but to correctly execute. And they actually know the difference. And I think when a lot of athletes, a lot of times when they fear success and they get into trouble, Cass, I think it's because they're trying to be too perfect. And ultimately, in the end, that's costing them the rewards of all of their hard work.
For sure. I mean, this is such a trickle down effect. And I don't know if this is, I mean, it must be so tied into what their perception of success actually is, because I've had plenty, I think I brought this up before, but I ask my hitters, hey, would we rather have a perfect swing, but we can't see the ball, we have zero confidence in it, but our swing is perfect? Or would we rather have a swing with holes in it and our timing is there, our confidence there, and we're just a gamer come game time, but our swing doesn't look all that great? And the amount of girls that still say, well, I'd rather have the perfect swing. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because the swing is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think their perception of success is so tied into my mechanics have to be a certain way. And really, we've developed really good practice players. And that's where their confidence lies, is how well I can achieve in practice, because they can control so much more. They can put the tee exactly where they wanted to. They can dictate the drills. And now they're not setting themselves up for this failure. You get into a game, you have no control over certain outcomes. You're constantly needing to react and adjust. And if we let these athletes kind of just stay in that comfort zone of, oh, I was successful in practice today because I didn't mess up, we're going to ultimately hurt their future. We need to really push them outside those comfort zones, push them outside and teach them those recovery methods, those failure recovery methods, and that, hey, it's okay to be outside this comfort zone and look at our potential for success now. Now our potential for this other version of success we're defining is so much bigger.